two everyday SUVs built for everyday families. But between the Nissan Rogue and the Toyota RAV4, which one actually makes the most sense in 2026? Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the data to help you figure out the absolute smartest choice for your driveway. Now, you might be wondering why these two specific vehicles absolutely dominate the compact SUV market globally. Well, it really comes down to striking a very careful balance. Both of these SUVs give everyday drivers this perfect sweet spot of comfort, fuel economy, tech, and long-term usability. I mean, they're the go-to default for millions of drivers. But for the 2026 model year, the differences between them have become sharper than ever before. Let's get into it. Section 1. Price and value proposition. Let's look at entry-level economics.
So right off the bat, notice how Toyota and Nissan are approaching the entry-level buyer completely differently. Toyota made a massive move for 2026. They actually made their fifth-generation hybrid system standard across all RAV4 trims. Now, that pushes the RAV4 starting price up to $31,900. On the flip side, the Nissan Rogue is sticking to a gas-only powertrain for its entry point. This gives it a more accessible starting price for families who might be on a stricter budget. So you're definitely paying more upfront for the Toyota, but you are getting that hybrid tech right out of the gate.
Section 2. Performance and fuel economy. Let's look under the hood. The philosophical split between these two brands is incredibly clear right here. The Rogue uses a 1.5-liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine that pushes out 201 horsepower. It's really designed for a smooth, simple daily drive. But then, check out the RAV4. Its standard electrified system generates 236 combined horsepower on all-wheel drive models. So if you need to confidently merge onto a busy highway, well, the Toyota simply gives you noticeably more punch. But the crucial point here is how that power actually translates at the gas pump. The RAV4 has a massive advantage. It hits up to 44 miles per gallon combined on its front-wheel drive models. To put that into perspective, the Rogue maxes out at 32 miles per gallon combined. So the trade-off is pretty clear-cut. The Rogue focuses on an uncomplicated, comfortable drive without a complex hybrid battery system, whereas the RAV4 prioritizes serious efficiency, meaning you're going to spend a whole lot less time standing at the fuel pump. We also need to talk about utility because there's a major practical disparity here. The RAV4 hybrid can tow up to 3,500 pounds when properly equipped. The Rogue, it tops out at just 1,500 pounds. So if you're planning to haul a small boat or a snowmobile trailer, the Toyota structurally supports that lifestyle much better. Section 3. Interior and technology. Let's step inside the cabin. Honestly, the Nissan Rogue really shines when you climb inside. It offers a surprisingly premium feel for the segment. You can get available quilted semi-aniline leather seats, tri-zone climate control, and dual 12.3-inch digital displays for your dashboard and gauges. The focus here is absolutely on treating the driver and passengers to a plush, highly comfortable sanctuary. Now, when we look at the digital brains of these SUVs, we see two completely different winning strategies. The RAV4 leans hard into the future with standard 5G connectivity and a massive available 12.9-inch screen. That 5G integration is a real game changer for fast connected services and seamless over-the-air updates. But the Rogue counters with incredible everyday practicality. It features Google built in. That means Google Assistant and Google Maps are baked right into the car. They operate natively without you even needing your phone. Section 4. Safety and practicality. Putting family first. You know, there's a bit of a myth out there that compact SUVs just aren't spacious enough for real family use. Well, the Rogue absolutely busts that myth. Notice how the rear doors open to nearly 90 degrees? That makes it incredibly easy to load a child seat. And when you fold those seats down, the Rogue boasts a massive 2,098 liters of cargo space. Because let's be real, traveling with kids somehow requires packing half the house. That number absolutely dwarfs the RAV4's 1,070 liters in the same configuration. So if you prioritize sheer volume, the Rogue wins handily. Safety tech is where both of these automakers bring their absolute best. The RAV4 comes with a newly standard Toyota Safety Sense 4.0 system, which is fantastic. But the Rogue steps up aggressively. It earned an IHS Top Safety Pick designation across all trims. It also includes active blind spot intervention as a standard feature on many grades, which actually applies steering input to help prevent a collision. Both are incredibly safe, but the Rogue's independent safety accolades are just very strong for 2026. Section 5. The ownership experience. Analyzing long-term value. Let's impartially look at the data here to address a pretty common misconception. Look, a Toyota badge doesn't automatically guarantee absolute perfection. But the numbers do show the RAV4 retains its value much better over time. Plus, it often comes with included maintenance plans. On the other side, experts note higher historical depreciation for the Nissan Rogue. There are also notes of higher annual repair costs and some past concerns regarding its continuously variable transmission, or CVT. And while we're on the topic of maintenance, let's briefly debunk the idea that hybrid SUVs are somehow too complex or fragile to maintain. Actually, Toyota's 5th and 6th generation hybrid systems are heavily refined. They've literally spent decades perfecting this technology. These systems are built for long-term trust and durability, so buyers shouldn't fear the hybrid battery when looking at the RAV4. Section 6. Which SUV fits your life? Making the choice. Bringing it all together, if you're an everyday family or a buyer highly focused on comfort, you might want to lean toward the Nissan Rogue. Its massive cargo space, wide opening doors, and plush cabin really make school runs and grocery trips a breeze. But if you're a long-distance commuter or maybe someone who holds onto their cars for 10+ years, the RAV4 is likely your best bet. Its exceptional fuel economy and strong resale value make it an incredibly smart long-term investment. Let's lay out the final trade-offs clearly. With the RAV4, you're gaining superior horsepower, standard hybrid fuel efficiency, and long-term financial retention. But with the Rogue, you gain a lower entry price and significantly more cargo volume. You also get a simpler mechanical setup and slightly higher ground clearance, which is great if you deal with winter roads. So what does this all mean? We arrive at the ultimate question: efficiency and refinement, or comfort and space. We aren't here to declare an ultimate winner today, because the right choice depends entirely on how you live your life. Are you prioritizing the long-term trust and daily efficiency of the Toyota, or the spacious, comfortable, and accessible sanctuary of the Nissan? Analyze your daily routine, weigh these trade-offs, and let that guide your decision. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll see you next time.